Dear friends of the Violet Way Garage, I would like to do a little presentation for you, a presentation that I've been doing in Schweinfurt some weeks ago. And the idea is to explain and find some innovative ideas of new ways of healing the body and the soul with a high frequency and with addition of other approaches. In this field of innovation, Lutz Neumann has been very, very innovative and has been building and presenting new electrodes with new ideas behind it. And therefore, the main electrodes I am talking about will be produced by Lutz Neumann, because he is, I think, the last one who is doing this on such a level here in Europe. And I am happy to have him as a supplier of this wonderful electrodes that I am talking about today. So what I have to do first, I have to tell that there is not a promise of healing if you are using these electrodes. They will not replace a medical diagnosis or therapy by a doctor. This is just for legal reasons. Now let's go to the contents, table of contents. The first thing is that we do a brief review of high frequency therapy. How does it work? Just to have a basis. Then we are looking at an older idea. The idea was starting in the 1920s, the color light therapy, but there are some actual implications today. So this will be our second point. The third point is, I think, a very potent healing idea of the gemstones, of healing stones that can be combined with the high frequency therapy. The fourth is a very powerful approach, in my opinion. It's the healing with using the chakras or healing the chakras with a combination of high frequency therapy and other things. And the fifth point is, if you combine all of this, which is possible, what will happen? Okay. And there is a bonus at the end for all those who have the patience to hear the whole presentation. Good. What are we talking about? The basis of all high frequency healing is the combination of a high frequency healing device and this electrodes. The electrodes are made of glass. They are filled with a noble gas and they can have different shapes. The shapes is always has a fit to the intended use. So we have a machine. This is also combined with the strength regulation normally. We have a handle in which we put the electrodes, and we have these glass parts, the electrodes themselves. And today we are not talking about the machine, we are talking about the electrodes. The color of the gas, if confronted with high frequency, is different. For argon, it is a kind of bluish color. For neon, it is reddish, orange, and there are other colors which are green, greenish, or whitish. And there are some abilities that are connected with these gases. We say, for example, that argon has a strong impact against bacterial, and it has a cooling effect for the system, so it can reduce swelling or something like this. Neon, on the other hand, increases the blood circulation. The red is an activating color and has a really nice anti-inflammatory effect. And you also have an increased blood circulation. That is important if you want to bring the immune answer to this place where the attack happened. So color is done by gas. So what is the impact that the high frequency healing has on the body. What does it mean if you bring 40,000 volt discharge into your body? The first thing that you have is the electromassage. That is massaging the cell on a very, very fine level. And the impact of this is that the cell can discharge the toxins and the cell waste, so they are free to be active again. They can be blocked by this. They can lose energy by all this stuff, and therefore the cells are loaded. They are massaged, and they can get rid of the garbage. Heat is extremely important if we want to improve the flows in the body. The veins will open, the arteries will open, the lymph system will open, and therefore the immune defense is very, very fast at the place of, let's say, where the inflammation is. Ozonization. If you are using these high frequency electrodes, you will be able to smell a kind of sharp smell, that very typical smell. This is the smell of ozone. The high frequency, if it's coming out of the glass, going into your body in the middle, there is some oxygen, and high frequency is splitting the oxygen, and there is a result of this splitting. It's ozone. Ozone will kill the outer skin of the bacteria, and therefore is a very, very good thing if you have got a cold or something like this. And the other impact is it loads your blood with oxygen. And this is a really, really cool impact that this ozonization has additionally. How do we use it against what? There have been a lot of reports out of history and also out of actual times about things that could be healed with the high frequency healing devices. Ischias, I think it's called lumbago in English. If you have a cold, sprains, rashes, cuts, sinuses, knee pain, and a lot of things more. There is one thing that you have to keep in mind. You can make nothing worse with high frequency healing power. It will load and it will activate the body. It will help the body on a very basic powering the body, and there is also will be an effect on parts where the body doesn't want to work or hurts. So if you are in doubt if you could use high frequency healing, my hint is use it. In the minimum level, you can just load your system with energy that it needs, and in the maximum level, the biggest success is that you additionally fight this thing that you want to fight. For example, if you can't move after a lumbago. So I think it is important to understand that there are no negative effects of high frequency healing. Okay, now let's switch to the next slide. Here is an approach that already is an approach generated in the 1920s. If you read my book about Ewald Paul, he was also an expert for high frequency therapy, and there are also connecting points that he showed in the 1920s. But now it's about new things also. The colors have influence on our spirit, on our mind, and also on our body. You cannot be sure, and this is something that is not clear at the moment. Is it vibrations? Is it energy? Is it psychical impact? But what you see is color can change the life, and color can change the well-being, even if we cannot prove it by 100%, or if we don't have scientific proving, then we just feel what our body is doing. And this is the way how I check this. For example, for me, I need, if I was walking to the dentist and the dentist had a gray shirt on. And this really depressed me. And I talked to the dentist and said, hey, please don't do this. Don't wear gray. And next time she came with green, and green was really cool. It did not stress me. So you can check this by yourself, what colors do with you. And here we have different colors, um, different lights that are doing things with us. If you are outside and in a sunny day and the color of the sun is bringing in yellow light and you can relax and everything is good, this is something that is working on your body and on your soul, and you can feel this. And also, if you are coming, for example, in a room that is colored blue and has blue foils over the windows, you will see how this calms you down, how this can relax you, and how this can help you if you are upset or if you are stressed. And therefore, the colors have a power on our system, and this is something that I can feel. I'm not know if this works for everybody, but this is something that I feel. And this is the idea of the color electrodes. You have some of them, you have them since the 1900s. I bought this in a flea market, this thing in the middle, this little box on a flea market. And you see they have yellow and white and red. And what Lutz Neumann is adding to this collection, he's adding a full collection, a full set of color electrodes, and also there are some rarities like the green and like the violet electrode that he has been doing. Please check the shape of this extremely beautiful electrodes. And what you also have had in the past, there are electrodes that are covered with thin gold or thin silver, to have the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory impact. And this is also another kind of light that is coming from them. And the idea here is that the frequency, the color of the light has positive impacts additional on our souls. You know, there is an impact on your body with the high frequency, as I explained before. And also you have the impact of the light that is doing things with your soul, with your spirit, and you are not sure what things it will do with your body. Okay, good. The next part of the presentation is about the gemstone therapy. There are a lot of people that believe in the healing power of the gems, and there is also proven power there. There are a lot of people that have impacts on this from these stones. I personally place a lot of them in the water that I am drinking. I have the hope that they load it. I have here one of the stones around my neck, which is a healing stone for yeah, for a part of my body. You place the idea is you place the healing stones on your body and let them go into interaction with your body. The maybe the impact, the healing idea is coming that the gemstones are processing vibrations and energies that go into interaction with the cells of the body and also with the mind. How can you do this? How can you combine this healing idea with electrode? And this is what Lutz Neumann has been inventing. He has been inventing this healing stone electrode, which has the healing stone in the upper part of this electrode. And this healing stone is surrounded by the noble gas that is fired. And my opinion is that the high frequency of the noble gases brings the inner structure of this crystal, of this stone, into a vibration and into a stronger vibration that it normally has. So it multiplies this impact, these vibrations that the stone is sending to your body. And this is my opinion, how the healing stones can be much more effective if they are fired with high frequency. And here you have such an electrode in work. At the upper part, you can see the healing gem, which is surrounded by the neon gas for this example. And if you see the contact places between the neon gas and the gem, and you see there are color changes at the surface, the crystal is leading the gas somehow, and there is interaction because the neon color is changing into something bluish, whitish when in contact with the gem. So I think this is a really, really brilliant way of combining the powers of the gem healing with the powers of the high frequency healing. Okay, next idea is also an extremely big and extremely powerful idea. It's the idea of chakra healing. Some of you heard about chakras before, and I like this idea of the chakras. I have to admit this because the idea of rotating energy centers in your body, they are circling, they are rotating, is an extremely dynamic idea, and I think just this is true. I think there are those chakras. This is my personal opinion. There are main chakras, and we are talking about the main chakras. They are told to be to regulate the flow of life energy in your body. So if they are working, everything is cool with them. There's also everything cool with you, and this is not just about your body. It is also about spirituality, and it's about emotions. So the chakras are connected to all these bodies that a human being can have: the energy body, the spiritual body, and the physical body. When we are talking about the main chakras, we have 7 of them, and each of them has a different color. The crown chakra is at the top of our head, and it's connecting us, in my opinion, to the universe. The violet chakra is the third eye chakra, and we have the throat chakra, and we have the heart chakra, the solar plexus chakra, and the sacral chakra, and the root chakra. At the moment, I am wearing this stone, and you see it's an orange one, and so I am working on my sacral chakra. This is the color that my body needs at the moment. This was the first stone that I picked in the stone shop here in Schweinfurt, and therefore I wear it around my neck because I believe in these powers of the stones and also of the chakras. Okay, the chakras are the powerhouses in your body, and I think there is your energy and your spiritual energy is coming from them. And what's also interesting, the endocrine glands of the body that regulate all hormonal systems, all hormonal circuits, are nearly at the same place like the chakras are. So I think this is also a combination of traditional Eastern medicine and, let's say, modern European medicine or American medicine, that you can see the endocrine glands have the same place like the chakras have. You can also take this probably as a proof for the positive impacts that working with the chakras can have. So there is another point when talking about colors. Each noble gas has a fingerprint, a color fingerprint, which is called spectral lines. The spectral lines show what contents the light of a noble gas has. What are the main contents? Here you can see the spectral lines of argon. There is a lot of blue and reddish color, a little less green, and there is also yellow and dark on the sides a little bit. So, and this combination of lights in the spectral lines shows what color the electrode will light. And if we are talking about chakras, then the next idea, which is very, very close, is each chakra needs an electrode that is sending the light of the color that the electrode has. And this is the idea, is we activate the chakras with a special electrode that is bringing the light of the chakra directly to the body. So it's lightening up the bodies and healing the chakras with bringing in the color of their light that they have. And this is just a simple demonstration of this. So Lutz has produced an electrode for each chakra. There is 7 electrodes. There are orange one, yellows one, dark blue, greenish ones. And so the idea is that you treat your body with the light of these chakra electrodes. You can place the electrode directly on the place of the chakra and have a very close interaction, or you can close your hand around the electrode and therefore let your body flood with the light of the color of this chakra that you want to address. A beautiful electrode, a beautiful idea, and I'm very happy with this newly developed, newly invented electrodes. I'm using them on a daily basis, and they are really cool. Okay, but some of you thought that you could also combine, if you know the gemstones will help. Also the chakras are interesting, so why not combining gemstone healing and chakra healing and high frequency healing? This is what you could do. You could just load your electrodes with the right gemstones that are connected to the chakras. It also depends on the color. You see here some examples what you could do to address the chakras. It's also, as you see, about the colors. And there is also in the chakra theory, there is also a strong interaction between healing stones and the chakra themselves. Place the healing stones on the chakra and check for the right color so you can activate a chakra power and the healing stone power. And also you can push it in stronger with the high frequency power. And this is the idea of combining these healing powers. You have been very brave. Thank you for your patience so far. And here is just a last bonus. It's about frequency healing. And we are following Rife's idea that says frequency can heal the body if the frequency is meeting the frequency of the defect, of the disease. And therefore the idea is that each disease has a certain frequency, and this frequency needs another frequency to superimpose or neutralize it. And this is the basic idea of the Rife devices. And I think it's also a powerful idea. So I have heard some good examples of a healing done by Rife. Rife idea. And now the connection to the gases. The xenon gas is offering an extremely wide range of these frequencies. Other noble gases just have a small range of frequencies that they are sending into the body, and xenon is famous for sending an extremely wide range of frequencies into the body. So you have really the chance to hit the frequencies of your diseases. And therefore, you find the xenon gas in the Rife electrodes. But there is also, and this is the good news, you don't need to have a Rife device. They are pricey. You can also have a high frequency electrode that is filled with xenon and that you can use on your body and also add the effects of the Rife healing finally. So, thank you. So, dears, you did it. You finally did it. Thank you so much for listening me for such a long time. Thank you for your attention. And now I am finished for today. I wish you a very, very nice evening. Please, if there are questions or comments or things you want to share with me, use the comment function or send me an email to violetracegarage@gmx.de. Thank you very much and have a nice evening. Goodbye.